Hi guys, just want to do a quick video here on the Ledger Nano hardware wallet. So this is obviously the cryptocurrency wallet that a lot of people are promoting online as a safe way to store your cryptocurrency, or at least safer than some other means such as wallets on your phone or that type of thing. And very few people on the internet are saying or talking about how this hardware wallet doesn't have all its firmware open source. And so to me that's quite a big issue. I don't see any videos on YouTube about this. I do see some people on various online forums like Reddit and that sort of thing talking about this issue. But a lot of people I know aren't even aware of this issue. They automatically think that if you've got a hardware wallet, then you're protecting yourself against maybe some software on your computer, like keylogger software or some screen capture software, malicious software that's capturing your PIN codes. And that's great. I mean, I'm sure the hardware wallet will protect you against that. But the problem is that how do you know if the actual firmware is not open source? How do you know that there's not some sort of capability for Ledger to be saving all of your 24-word seed keys, or maybe there's a rogue employee at the company who's capable of backdooring both the hardware and the Chrome wallet. They could, in theory, possibly be able to steal your funds. So I can't say for certain if that's true, but I can say that Ledger openly says that all of their firmware is not open source. Whereas other companies, the other popular wallets like Trezor, everybody is saying that one is open source, the firmware and the software. So I guess the question is a lot of people online are saying perhaps the Trezor is safer than the Ledger for this very reason. Then other people are saying that perhaps the Trezor, everybody can see the coding for the Trezor, the firmware, but basically you're not able, or this one fellow is saying he's not able to actually verify the firmware on the actual Trezor itself. So I guess Trezor has published the firmware code, but how do you actually extract it right off the Trezor that you have? And that's the issue. How do you know that maybe somebody hasn't had access to the assembly line or put some sort of in the factory when they were making these things? So there's issues going on. Just because nobody had their hardware wallets compromised yet doesn't mean they may not just be waiting for lots of money to be accumulated until they can take it at some later date. That's so if you're thinking that you want to pull your money out of the bank and put it into cryptocurrency, and you're going to use this hardware wallet and it's going to be safer than the bank. Not necessarily the case, because as I've just mentioned, there's all these vulnerabilities or potential vulnerabilities, and your other option, I guess, is to go with a paper wallet. And there are people who are saying that that's safer, but then of course there's issues with how you create the paper wallet. Is it a totally fresh computer with no viruses on it or malware? There's a lot of things to consider when you're creating a paper wallet. So that's just a quick rundown on some things, particularly about this Ledger, that I wanted to mention. Hopefully I'll get some good comments below, giving some better advice on options and other vulnerabilities that perhaps I haven't mentioned. So I hope this video has been helpful for you if you're considering buying a hardware wallet. And please feel free to like and subscribe and comment down below in the comments. Thanks very much.